Hello, Cancer, it's Lisa, and here is your March 4th to 10th, 2024 general reading. This is just a general reading. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, all my contact information is in the description box below this video. Okay, so Cancer, March is a very interesting month. So let's see what's in store for you this week. So the overall message for Cancer is the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands is all about not settling or not thinking small, not limiting your thinking. It's about thinking big. The world is your oyster. You can create it, it's in the palm of your hand. You can make it what you want. You can mold it into what you want it to be. It's about thinking big and then thinking even bigger. Whatever your big is, it's all relative. We each have different views of that, but it is not limiting your thinking, right? If you want something to happen, it can happen. Don't limit your thinking. The challenge you have this week is your hopes and dreams. So that's interesting. We'll get some clarity on that, but it almost feels like, and you're not the only sign that's going through that this week. It feels like you don't think you can have your hopes and dreams, like your hopes and dreams to have this certain life or do certain things. You're doubting that you can have that. So you're limiting your thinking, right? You're like, I'm just going to do this and this is what I'm going to do rather than going for what it is you want. You feel like you can't have it. There's just that vibe out there in the world this week. Like I said, you're not the only sign that has had this. So it's just not doubting, just you have to kind of shift and know your mindset, know you can have what it is that you want. Where you need to focus this week is moving towards your own successes, right? So that can be doing what you need to do in order to move towards the success. If it's in career, it's like taking the steps that you need to take in order to have the success and financial gains that you want. So, fighting for a raise or going for a promotion, stepping forward, walking over that threshold of fear. If it's health and fitness, then it's, I got to do this to be successful. I have to start doing this. I have to do that. So you take the actions. And then in relationships, it's the same thing where you do your end of it to have the relationships you want, to be successful in the relationships you have. So it is just taking action towards having the success. The thing about the Nine of Pentacles is only you can do it. No one will do it for you. No one will hand you it. People may give you an opportunity or cheer you on, but ultimately you're the one that has to make it happen. As much as we'd like to say, be recognized for certain things and people see that, this is very much like you need to go out and grab it. And then what you do not see coming will reveal in a moment, Cancer. So no longer limiting your thinking. You've got to think big and go for it. The Tower is your life shifting. So when you think small, then the universe will either kick you in the butt and get you towards where you need to go because they're like, you're not supposed to think small. So they'll force you into it. It can be, again, if it's health, if you're like, oh, well, I'm just going to stay this way, even though I, feel horrible and I'm not the best me, the universe will provide you with something where it's like, guess what? You've got to make the changes to be the person that you're supposed to be. So the universe kicks you in the butt. If it's about work, it can be that you're thinking too small and the universe is trying to make it so uncomfortable that you make a choice and you move forward. You're like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go for that job. I'm going to go for this because I'm done here. This is so uncomfortable, right? So the universe is trying to help you think bigger. And then they also want you to focus on joy. They're saying it's moving you towards, when you think bigger, you move towards one of the best cards in the deck, which is getting joy and happiness and fulfillment besides just money. You're also fulfilled with what you're doing. And then they're telling you that in order to get it as well, to think big, you need to focus on joy and happiness. What makes you happy and full of joy? And when you do that and approach things with that attitude, when you approach things negatively, nothing moves forward. it's just like dead in the water. When you look at things like joy and happiness and woohoo, then like a challenge and a really positive challenge, then everything moves in the direction you want it to move in. Okay, so the challenge you have is your hopes and dreams and them coming true, and it just kind of feels like you're doubting it. So the High Priestess is about listening to your gut. Your head is where the devil on your shoulder lives, where it kind of tells you, fills you with doubt. Don't go for it. Think small, right? You could never do that. You can never feel this way, have that, right? So it makes you feel this way. Your heart, depending on what you've come through, is, either walled in or not thinking straight, right? So it always looks at things skewed, your heart, and then your gut always tells you the truth. So if your gut's telling you, you know what, I can't have it, I need to, balance my head and my heart with that, and I need to go for it. You need to listen to your intuition, but a lot of times it's very hard to distinguish which one's which. So it is a hard thing. The Strength card is that you have the strength to push through and to go for what it is you want and to make the changes that you want to make, right? Strength card is a really interesting card because it's not all about strength and willpower. It's also about nurturing yourself, nurturing those around you, a lot of kindness, like kill them with kindness kind of thing, and provide, it's almost like charming, being charming to get what you want. That's a strength. So it's all about connecting to all the strengths you have will get you your hopes and dreams, and even just your abilities, like whatever you do. It's like your ability to, your expertise in whatever field is your strength, and you need to connect to that and utilize that. And then where they want you to focus on is moving towards you achieving this, your successes. And it feels like it's across the board for you, Cancer, not just in one area. You need to start moving towards it and make it happen. The King of Pentacles is about having resolute action. So it's like one way or another, I'm going to have this success. I'm going to have my hopes and dreams. And one way or another, I'm going to take the steps necessary, whether it's this week or next week or 6 months from now, but I'm going to do it, right? It's just, they are saying just stop overthinking and go for it. And then you get my favorite card, the Death card, which is your whole life transformed. So when you do this, when you take action, step across that fear, take action in all the areas of your life to move towards the success you want, your whole life transforms. The old you is gone, and this new version of yourself comes in. Bigger, better, like more connected to who you really are. It really is fabulous. And then what you do not see coming is that you have all the tools you need to succeed. The Magician is about understanding that you can do it. Because I think there's this whole, they keep referring to fear about crossing the threshold to move towards the successes, if I can speak, in the different areas of your life. It feels like there's some fear there that you don't think, it's almost like the fear of success. If I get that, can I do it, right? Or if I, become a healthy version of myself, can I sustain that? Can I even achieve it? So there's all these things where you're just kind of filled with doubt and fear about taking those steps. And this is saying this week you understand that you do have the ability to do all of that, and that you have all the tools that you need to learn, to apply, and to go for what it is that you want. It feels very much like you're ready. The Seven of Pentacles is about that you've done a lot of the work, you've planted the seeds to your success, you've learned and gathered some of the information. Now it's just kind of applying it, but being open to learning new things, changing some things, adding some things, taking things away, letting go of some things. And the more you do that, the more abundance that comes in. It feels very much like you need to, it's time. It's weird the way they're wording it to me. They're saying it's like your plant that you've planted, which is traditionally what it is it's like it's outgrown the pot that it's in, and it's time to be put into a bigger pot. And so it can grow even bigger. And that's sort of what it feels like. And that you have the tools to do that, to transplant that. And then it's just moving forward, not worrying about what other people think or what are they going to say about you. If you make these changes, you just have to do what's right for you and do it for yourself, and your successes, and to continue forward to learn what you need to learn. It just feels like going for something and getting over some fear, and that you can have more than you think you can have. It's really, really interesting. Thank you so much, Cancer, for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a fabulous week. If you could like and share my videos, that really helps. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you soon.
No matter how slow you go, you're still outlapping everybody at home sitting on their couches.